They make you feel great. They build you up. They talk about where they can bring you and how you're together as a like a family and what they can do for you. And it's all about you, and that ego's getting fed. And you're like, hell yeah, like I'm gonna finally go where I want to go, and blah 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 blah. And by the way, it's just 1,500 for this class, but don't worry. It takes 6 weeks, and we're gonna get to where you need to be, and then we'll assess you again, and then go from there. Then when you're done with that class, it's $1,500 for the next class, and boom, 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 boom. By the time you're invested into it, by the time you're realizing how shitty it is, you've already invested 10 grand, and you've like kind of got to that precipice where if you get to the next level, maybe you kind of get to where you're wanting to go. So you're just gonna take that leap, and now you're so financially involved. Why not stay?
Yeah,
That's true.
okay.
I also do think like it's just like in like just saying, speaking like in cults and everything like that, just like in general. I think it's just like a human like experience that we like may or may not have, but like why the question of like why are we here as a human being, and that search for like an answer to like why we are here. And I think that like if a group of people sees that and they want members, like that's a great selling point. Like that's like like one of the self-help things, like you want answers to life, well, we have them. And like I feel like even if we're talking religion, cult, really whatever, there are a lot of groups of people that offer that help and everything like that. Like again, doesn't really matter, but I feel like that is a selling point for a lot of different things. Like but it's understandable. Like everyone wants to know. Like shit, I would love to know. Like why are we here as a human race? Was it an accident? Was it like on purpose? Do we all serve a purpose within the universe? Are we all like links in a chain? Like what is it? And if someone can offer that, or if someone can kind of give that, assistance, I think that's easy. And kind of like what you were saying, Cody, if it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you'll find out just a little bit more of why you're here and like what is that piece, you got them hooked. It's tough, and it's really sad too, because you invest so much money, and it's the what if. Like, what if I just could do a little bit more, then I can find out. And it's sad. Like when anyone spends like a shit ton of money just to like try to help themselves, I don't know. I always feel bad and everything. So
what's funny is the mentality behind that is the exact same mentality used behind organized gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's the same impulse control problem. It's like those machines, like slot machines, they're designed to give you just enough that it makes you think you're winning, but you're not. And then once you get so far invested in a slot machine, you like, oh, it has to ring out eventually. I have to make my money back because I put so much in. But you got these little wins, so it's going to pay out eventually.
Yes.
Because statistically it will. But next thing you know, you're 10 grand in the hole.
And that's why when they leave a machine, somebody grabs it, they hit big, and now you go back because you're like, shit, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why those fucking sports betting things piss me off so much. That is so fucking predatory. Because it's just like that first one, you get that, like, oh, we guarantee you'll get $100 on your first bet kind of shit. Where it's just reeling you in to get you just enough to make you think that it's worth it. But people that don't know how to manage money, like I've met a lot of people that don't know how to manage money, and that they don't see, like, when you start throwing a lot of numbers at them, they get really confused because they're not keeping track of what's going on.
And then you add the natural inquisitive nature of humankind. We want to know things. Especially things that we're interested in. So if you're interested, like Alex is saying, like he wants to know where like we all do, but I'm saying like he wants to know where the human race came from. He wants to know what's next. That's a normal want. And if somebody's offering it, the little voice in the back of your head is always that what if? What if this is the one that knows? And then we have to be the one that shuts it down.
That is something weird.